One of my favorite OG rappers from back in the day that was associated with Busta Rhymes.
Flipmode Squad is
Come
in the
on
building.
now. Rampage, The Last Boy Scout, has one of the best album covers ever made.
Did he?
You remember that album cover?
No, I mean, I remember.
Lone will flash it at some point.
Yeah.
That is it. How did Lone know which one? How did he know to go exactly to the one?
Like his face is in a condom.
Yeah.
That
Shout
was
Rampage.
that was
heat on this album.
Wild for the Night was what you would call the credibility street single.
Bruh, it's heat on this album.
And then the song with Billy Lawrence is what he was trying to get for the radio. So there you go.
Thanks for finding that, Lone.
Do what I can.
All right, man. So there's a video. I believe I labeled it with him, with his name on it. And he's talking about seeing his peers rap. I don't know if this is good. I don't know if this is good talk, though. I don't know if I like where he's coming from on this, but y'all be the judge.
It's like Beetlejuice right there.
What's 2 plus 2? Hey, man, might be 28.
What's you doing? Nothing.
Just hanging around.
No. That was completely hilarious and unnecessary, bro.
It's very necessary.
All right, here's this is real Pete Rock sharing. Here we go.
Favorite MCs who's been here before. What disgusts me is you come from an era of great music that I can play 20 million times over and over and over. It will never play out. But when I see you tap dancing to trap music, and that's not you, I have a problem with that. In my era.
Like whom?
Who's he talking about?
Oh, it's still more, though.
Is there?
Yeah, it's still more.
You constantly make classics. Scenarios a classic. Wild for the Night is a classic. Busta Woo Hard's classic. What happened to that? A lot of my favorite artists is giving you 10% right now. They can't even get a show right now because they're trash. But if they turn on them classics, everybody's calling. But see, it goes back to everybody is afraid to be themselves. Yeah. What's wrong with being what you was when you first came in?
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, so
I don't agree with that. Really?
Do you get what he's saying? Because to me, it's telling me you're telling people to stay stagnant.
Yeah, to a certain point. But the thing about it is, a lot of times you have to evolve or evaporate. If you don't like what this artist is doing, don't listen to him at the end of the day. I mean, people are still going to have a following regardless. Now, there are some people that sell themselves short or sell themselves out by trying to hop on everything that's popular. Now, that's different. If he's talking about that, then yeah, I can kind of understand.
I want to know who he's talking about.
Do you think he's talking about the album Blockbuster?
Yes, you beat me to it. I think that's who he's talking about indirectly. I think that's who he's talking about indirectly.
He did mention Scenario.
He said jumping on trap beats. He mentioned Scenario. He mentioned Busta had classics.
He might be.
That's the first thing that came to my mind is Blockbuster.
I didn't listen to Blockbuster, so
you ain't missed nothing.
That's why he had to cancel his tour because that album was not it. He should have toured Extinction Level Event 2.
I think that was still too close to the pandemic.
He probably could have still ran that mug on tour though, and it would have went versus Blockbuster.
But doesn't it feel like he's saying, just this worked, why don't y'all just keep doing this? And just,
it doesn't work like that though.
Thank you. That's why I don't think this is good advice.
No artist that is an actual artist stays in the same pocket for their whole career. Nobody does that. Every artist that has made it in this game, sound has evolved somewhat to fit the time that they're still putting music out, whether it be socially or whether it be on the popular sound. You know what I'm saying? There's little bits and pieces of that comes with it. Then now there are artists that, and this kind of goes back to our last conversation, that want to stay true to themselves and their sound stays true to them, but it still evolves with them. It doesn't stay in that same pocket. You can't put out a Scenario joint right now. It's not going to work.
𝐀𝐿 does.
𝐀𝐿,
and it works for them.
It works for them. But like imagine hearing Scenario right now, like if it just came out.
It would have to be in
an updated version of it.
No, I mean, it would literally have to be like a 𝐀𝐿. But the thing is, there would be no reference point, like because it
wouldn't have been as popular as it was back then.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Scenario was big.
Yeah.
It also was unique.
But to your point, it does go to our previous conversation about chasing hits, though, a little bit too, rather than making records. You know what I mean? Like, because I think that's what Not Beetlejuice. Rampage.
Damn.
Oh my God, man. Oh my God.
I didn't see
foul,
it.
Lon.
I didn't see it until he turned his head. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Sorry. I didn't bring it up. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Don't put that on him.
Don't put that on me. But
Oh my God, man.
what I will say though is this: to Beetlejuice.
See, this is why we can't, and he wasn't even trying to clown there.
I'm over here trying not to cry, man. Yo, this is foul.
I put this on Jay Diff.
I just gave the OGs flowers and now Lone tearing him down. Oh my God, Terry and Lone. I ain't gonna say just Lone. Terry and Lone tearing him down, man. We just gave him his flowers. Yo,
I'm sorry. So
I wish y'all could hear how hard Terry laughing off mic, man. This is crazy, bro. Go ahead, man.
Rampage, to what Rampage was saying about I lost my train of thought, but what he was saying also about, you don't have to make records like this. Where are they? At first, when he said that, I thought he was in reference to in general and generally speaking, all these other artists. And when you say that, I'm like, what are you talking about? Because there are plenty of artists that are dropping records like that.
Facts.
But if he's talking specifically about Busta Rhymes,
Yeah.
that's different.
And Busta Rhymes put out a whole album of like Extinction Level Event 2. I mean, like I said, I think it was the time it came out. I don't think we talk about that record enough.
That's a very good album.
The record he has with Kendrick Lamar is something that moves me in a way that I just can't even speak to, especially like, this was a point where I was losing a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Even his opening track with Rakim, the song he did, they had the 𝐾𝐿 sample. Like, I understand why it didn't quite work, but I love that record.
Jackson 5 joint.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about with Kendrick.
Yeah, that joint is hard. Yeah.
Now, Blockbuster, once again, it wasn't because I don't think I had less of a connection with it because he reached out, like he was doing songs with what's Benzino's daughter?
Coi Leray.
Yeah.
Like, but I was just like,
but it was some bad remakes.
I was like, this wouldn't have worked at any given time.
Yeah.
He had a song with 𝗑𝐿 called Beach Balls. I'm like,
I ain't need that.
I see where he was trying to go for. This is where I can see he was trying to do it was something that would work right now. It was a big swing and a miss on a commercial level. And then,
out here sound like Will Smith.
There were literally no new beats on there. They were all just redone.
And so like that's where, when we talk about people who are making those attempts, I've just felt like there's a lot of swings and misses. And it was, like I said, people want to try different things. They don't want to keep making the same records over and over. But it was hard to listen to Blockbuster after I listened to the greatness that was Extinction Level Event 2.
I think there's a difference too sometimes when you're like chasing. Busta Rhymes is such a big artist and he has been successful on a pop level.
Is that song with Janet Jackson?
You know what I mean? So like,
no, he got hella crossover hits.
It's not like this is like way out of his wheelhouse to try some stuff like this.
He's been doing it.
That's fair.
So maybe
Maybe
it was a swing and a miss to a degree, but
it's because he did a whole album of it.
Yeah.
Like generally he would have a song or two.
Yeah, that's normally what it was.
Poppy or whatnot,
Yeah.
but he literally took a blueprint from what's the producer's name that just makes everybody shit again. Not
Khaled.
No.
Come on now. No,
Hitmaker.
Definitely ain't.
Hitmaker. He literally took a page from Hitmaker and just redone tracks that had already
I
been
see what you're
sampled.
saying. I thought you were saying something else.
And put it on his album with a bunch of features. And that's another thing I don't like when an artist comes out. It's not necessarily real feature heavy and every song on their album has a feature.
Yeah.
I don't really care to hear the other artists. I want to hear yours.
I don't know, man. I just wanted him. I guess I wanted him to say, I mean, it's cool to, like, the older artists, it's cool to evolve. You can evolve, but, just try not to steer too far off the path.
Don't
or
sell yourself
like that.
out.
Yeah.
Don't sell yourself short. It's different than selling yourself out.
Those are two different things. And I get where he was going. It just came off like you're trying to keep someone creatively in a
box.
90s box or whatever. And I'm like, even if the miss is a miss, it's like we can't cap someone's creativity, no matter if we like the miss or not. We can't be out here telling people not to evolve and try stuff, man. I hate it. But y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I hate to take anything away from Rampage, but your guy Busta Rhymes has he's set in stone as far as his hip hop shit is
that's
concerned.
facts.
He had a miss, but he's still Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, at the end of the day,
And it does not do anything. Be clear for his
and that's
legacy.
if he's talking about Busta Rhymes.
Well, this is just us
But
speculating. I don't know.
Sure
sounds
seems
like
like
it
it.
was alluding
Yeah.
to.
You know, it's like I said, if you're going to look, all you rappers out here who want to make your feelings known about certain things, start putting the names on the bullet. You know, don't just say, oh, yeah, people are doing this, people doing that. Who are you talking about? Because if not, all we're going to do is speculate, and we'll put the name on the bullet for you, and then you'll be like, no, I wasn't talking about that. Yeah, okay.
Sure sounds
and
like
plus,
it.
it's like, all right, because this could be a thing. It's like, hey, I'm not getting money with Busta anymore. You know, you got guarantee Split Star ain't going to say nothing like that.
Nah,
Split
he
Star.
definitely
Shout out
ain't.
to
No, he ain't gonna say a word.
And shout out to Split Star. You know, when Busta came here, you know what I'm saying, you know, he saw me come off stage. He was fresh. He's like, yo, man, I appreciate you. I was like, oh, okay, man, I appreciate you too. And I knew who he was. And it was just like, usually like anybody who's with the rapper, if you will, you know, they feel like they have the same situation as the rapper.
Yeah, you're not him,
There's
fam.
but you know, I can't imagine seeing a Busta Rhymes show without Split Star at this point.
Man, Split Star is the greatest hype man of all time.
There's this guy named Flavor Flav.
There is,
But nah, I'm with Terry on
like
that.
real talk, any concert I've been to with Busta Rhymes, the energy is always high, and it's attributed to my guy.
Yeah.
And
Look, when he came here, like I said, Split Star held him down.
And
Every time.
their chemistry and how they play off each other, it's
Every
effortless.
time. Like
It's effortless.
and I've said it before, like Busta Rhymes is definitely a show that you want to see if you've never seen it.
So you never know. Rampage, the last Boy Scout, is like, man, this show should have been me.
He
Oh,
mad
here y'all
'cause he
go,
ain't-
man.
he ain't the hype man. Or
He's
he
like,
ain't
I
on
wish
tour.
Flip Mode was still the squad.
Sorry.
I started off with I started off with flowers. I just wanted to talk about
You
what
started off showing the album cover with a condom on his face.
Yeah, man, that's kind of.
the
You
album
set it
cover
up.
was fire.
Yeah, you
though.
really no. Was it? I mean, like
back then, I was like, oh, this is different. It's
I ain't
No.
never cared for it.
Yeah.
it had,
I
but
never
you
listened
know,
to
it was
it.
some heat on that album.
No, I know. Like I had that.
There was some
album.
heat on that
you know,
album.
You know who I was waiting for that that crew, the flip mode.
Lord have mercy.
Yes, the Ungodly Hour. They advertised the Ungodly Hour in
Like me,
the
X's
Source.
album?
You would
Brilliant.
You would have thought the Ungodly Hour was going to do big numbers.
Or Mercedes. All right.
No, nobody was
Say
going
it 3 times.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
And that's how you close out a segment professional style.
There you go. That's how you get to
Oh my
100,000.
God, man.
That's how you get you a plaque, son.